Hey, friends. We're tuned into the Honestly Friends podcast with Day and Lee, where we talk about life, love, friendships, and the culture. Hey, Lily.
Hey Day, what's going on with you?
The going is going, girl. The going is going. Everything's good. Life's beautiful. What about you? Oh, maybe you're not so beautiful. You got stuff going
Technical
on.
difficulties over here. But no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm off today, so I'm trying to, be rested for tomorrow.
I hear that. Amen. Amen. So,
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to you about why I feel very much bombarded with information I didn't ask for very recently. Actually, it's been happening for a while.
You mean how
Um,
these celebrities be
Telling us their business,
have us in
telling
the information
us,
jail? Ain't nobody asked for any of
telling
this.
us their business.
Lord,
I know too many things against my will at this point.
too many. Mm-hmm.
Too many. Let me tell you, the most recent thing I heard, and I'm just hoping it's fiction. Because
What?
I know I sent this to you. I think I sent this to you where I was on social media just perusing like I normally do. And I heard that
Mm-hmm.
my girl Britney Spears got a book coming out. And
Oh
somebody
my
said that
gosh.
the excerpt said she and Justin was like doing some sexy time. And she was like, okay, you
Mm.
can put it in now. And he was like, it's there.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
like, please,
Why?
I don't want to know
I'm a
anything
victim.
else about
I'm a
anything
victim that I
else.
was told that against my will. Because if she said, "Hey, Elise, I'm about to tell you this. Do you want to hear?"
The answer would have been
It's
no.
like a little cringy. I'd be like, "No, I don't want to hear. That's none of my business."
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I was
Because can you
mortified when she said
imagine?
that. I was just like,
Now the thing is, I
telling
can't
that
fact
man
check
business
it.
like that.
I don't know if they're playing on the internet, but if that is in that book for real, like first of all, Justin Timberlake was my crush. He was my crush. Like at one
Right.
point, I wanted to be in sync with Justin. Okay, so this is not
Mm-hmm.
something I want to hear. This is not something I need to know. Because what you mean? You telling him to put it in, and he said it was already in there. What is happening? Like, please take me out of group chat. Like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Stop telling me your business. Stop telling me his business. Stop telling me any business at all. Unless it's paying me, stop it. Like,
And number one, all
just
these
too
books
much.
are decades too soon.
Decades
You're
too
supposed to write
soon.
a book in your minimum
70s,
60s,
80s.
70s, or 80s. I mean, Jada is in her 50s, so she almost there,
It's
but
a
she
little.
not there
Nah,
yet.
she not. We got some
And
time.
then Britney Jean
Girl, she got
is
more. She got a lot of time.
40. So she got 2 decades. So it's just like, no, this is not the time. This
Like,
ain't the
stop
time.
telling us your business. Like, I mean, obviously, we've seen all the memes. We've seen all the things like that
Yeah.
Jada has been talking about all week promoting her book, which details her life. Like, we've heard stuff
Mm-hmm.
about Tupac, like him supposedly proposing to her while he was in Rikers.
Mm-hmm.
That he had alopecia, which I feel like it's
I
neither
don't
here
know
nor
about that.
there.
But
I
who am
don't
I
think
to
that's
know?
the
Like, she knew
truth.
him. And maybe that is the reason. That's why he went bald. Like, he just
But he
decided
looked
to shave it
good.
all the way off. Girl, did he? Oh
He
my!
looked good. I
I
could
used to
not
be in love
imagine
with
him
that
with
man as a little
hair.
girl.
I'm still in love with that man.
Oh my gosh, and he's so
I'm so
smart.
sorry. I still am. Like, he
Yeah,
looked good bald, so that's amazing for him. Like,
yeah, but that's not her business to tell. That is personally not her business to tell. Like,
honestly,
if the stuff she's doing with Will, it's her business. It's also his business, Will's business, but
but it's
she can
messy,
tell it. And it's like, well, you married me, or you almost divorced me. I can tell our story as it pertains to me and my experience.
right?
But the whole Tupac thing, like that, I know he like, now how did I get into this on his YouTube? Now, excuse
With that
me,
Nene, so now
that's not your business to tell.
that yeah, she's taking it too far. Like, I mean, and it just even the information about like her and her relationship with Will. I think because they're technically still together, whether they've been separated or not, it just comes
Mm-hmm.
off so cringy because it's like we're in the limbo phase they are, and now we all are, because now we all know this information too. We're in this limbo phase with them where it's like,
Right.
so are y'all divorcing or not? Like, are you working on your marriage or not? And I feel like we know too much. Like, we're judging it based off what we know. Like, it's one thing if like they worked it out and then 10, 20 years from now, like we find out all of this stuff that happened, but they can kind of say like, well, we went through it. We definitely went through it, but we went past it too. Like, we got through it. Everything's done. We're in a better space. Like, we have been for a decade or whatever. But to hear them
Exactly.
still going through it, it's like that judgment is going to be harsh and real critical. And we have been judging really hard and really critical. And I mean, we, like the social media people, like everyone that's tuning in, reading up on it, looking at the memes, doing all that stuff. Like, it's kind of hard not to, because it sounds cringy. Like, it sounds like she wants to get out of her relationship so bad. And it's just like, so what y'all gonna do? What are y'all doing? But actually, don't tell us what you're gonna do, because this is a lot of information. It's too much information for me. Like, I don't know y'all like that. Like, I miss when celebrities kept us
We didn't know
out
them.
the group chat. Like, when we didn't know what was going on, we
We
could
didn't
only
know them. There
speculate.
was still this air of what is it? The air of
Mystery.
yes, that's it. That's it. Air of mystery, and that is the pulling that you get from celebrity culture. Is like, you want to know, but they'll never tell you. That's changed. They say, we gonna tell you, and we're like, no, we don't want that, because there's no mystery. In mystery, there's like a seduction. There's a attractiveness that you have for the celebrity that you want to know their business about. And now we're just all like,
It's too much. Like, we know
turn
too
off
much
this
too
phone.
instantly. Yeah, like we know too
It's
much
too much. Like with
way
the
too quick.
tabloids, I remember we grew up in the tabloid area, and I don't know how much you were into them, but tabloids fed that air of mystery. They posted all these stories. None of them were documented to be true at all, but they just kept posting them stories, but the celebrities never said anything about it
At all.
They were like, you get dust from us. You will never know. Y'all can write whatever you want to write, but the story you will never know, because I will never respond. But now these people just responding, and sometimes not even responding. Sometimes they are initiating the conversation, and it was like, oh
like,
gosh, please stop.
Like, nowadays, and I part of me, I understand why they do it, but nowadays it's like always so funny to me when someone is like, let's say they're breaking up, a celebrity couple, and they take to their Instagram to say like, this is what's going on. We have love for each other, but we're breaking up, and we would appreciate some privacy at this time. And I'm just sitting here like, you would have had the privacy had you not just posted all of this right here and let me know like what's going on. Now I'm curious. Because if you would have just silently went your way, and then over time I'm sitting here trying to put two and two together, and then eventually it's like, oh yeah, we're done. That would have been one thing, but you come out immediately. Like, you broke up 5 minutes ago, like literally tears still in somebody's eyes, and you're taking to social media to tell us, and then you're asking at the same time for privacy. Like, no, just do your thing and let us speculate and be like, wait, what? Like, who's good at that right now, as young as she is? Halle Bailey with DDG. Because we've been speculating back and forth for like months now whether or not this girl is pregnant, and one day she'll come out in something and it's like, I don't think she is, and another day it's like, I feel like I see a belly there, but she is not confirming or denying.
Almost clearly, almost clear,
I mean
that she's pregnant, but it looked like, there's a
well
she
now
pregnant.
yes,
she getting pregnant.
Yeah, there's a picture now like the past couple days where it's like, okay, that's the belly. That got to be a belly. Like, what else would that be?
Yeah,
like a baby belly.
And I think that used to be celebrity 101: deny, or don't respond. Like, now I don't know what their calculus is in telling us everything, but it's definitely a departure from how it used to be, at least since I was growing up. And I want to say even before, because the mystery that is around like Marilyn Monroe, and they got so many things about her, but they've never been confirmed or denied. Marilyn, she used to be like,
and I think that was a
I'm
part
gonna live
of
my
their
fabulous life, and y'all will still be talking about me.
Mm-hmm. And I feel
And that's
like
the
that was
point.
a part of their allure. Like, I like
Yeah.
celebrity. I like when my celebrities feel untouchable. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I like them. I like them to be. If we're gonna idolize them, and I don't idolize people like that, but if we're gonna, be like, oh my gosh, that's a celebrity. I kind of want to feel like you're not like me, like you're not normal, or not that you're not
Mm-hmm.
normal, but you're not accessible to me.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to be a celebrity. I want you to not be as accessible. Like, my favorite celebrity, I guess at this point, is Beyonce. Like, I love that she pops out when she wants to and she keeps it private when she
Mm-hmm.
wants to. Like, she
Which is like
lives
all
her
the
life,
time. She's
which
so private,
she's so private, but I adore that about
which I
her,
can
especially
respect
in
because I
this
don't want to know
time.
their business. I don't want to know their business. Oh my gosh, I don't want to know their
Honestly,
business.
as nosy as I am, I have come to realize I don't, especially now that people are telling us so much of their business, I have come to realize that I would rather not know. Like,
Mm-hmm.
let me come up with my own stories. I like doing that. Like, I want to come up with my own story. I want to be I want to be like, oh, such and such didn't Beyonce show up with Jay-Z. Oh, I wonder if they're getting a divorce. Like, I that's what I
Mm-hmm.
want to do. I don't want you to come to the internet and be like, no, me and him had a fight yesterday and I kicked him out. Like, why are you telling me that? I don't want to know. I want to come up with my own story. Like, let me do that in peace, please.
Mm-hmm. And I think this just goes to show that social media has gotten to everybody now. Social media has been in our culture for the last 15 years, at least, maybe more. And it just shows us that it's definitely got us in a chokehold, but it also is getting to the celebrities. And I think they calculate their careers somewhat based on that.
Yeah.
Maybe not a lot, but there's a little bit of it that they're like, I have to maintain interest in myself, and the whole being discreet is not where it's at anymore. And so they think they're realizing, or yeah, I think it's realizing that in their mind, being less discreet helps them because it makes for social media fodder. But I don't think that's good for us as a society. We just racing to the bottom, and it's not good because, like, a few months ago, Kim and Kanye did that, and we were just like, "Oh dear Lord, please take us out the group chat, please." But we weren't. I don't think we were as shocked because it's Kim Kardashian and she has no shame and her life is for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a private person. But when you start thinking about our Hollywood royalty like Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith and even Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle Union
Please.
is a good example, as well as Jada, because they've been literally in the business for at least 20 years. So they've had a couple
Mm-hmm.
decades, but they were in the business when there was no social media and they were discreet. But from them two women, you can see there's like this, like they're a little bit more open to telling their business. And it's like,
And I
we don't
want
want
them
to
to
know the
close it.
business.
I want you to close it.
We don't want to
Close
know
it
the
now.
business.
At all. Like, at
Because we
all.
finding
Because
out that Gabrielle is,
please don't say it. I'm embarrassed. The secondhand
first of
embarrassment
all,
has hit me in my chest.
it's not too much shame because everybody plays a fool, okay? Everybody plays a fool. So it's just like, all right. Apparently she was
I
like
mean, here's
acting a
the
little
thing.
birdish in regards to her ex-boyfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Everybody plays a fool. So I'm not regretting her for that. But it's just like, oh,
I don't
Gabrielle, you
care
like
how much
us?
of a fool you want to play. Keep your foolishness to yourself. Like, please don't, like, don't, and one thing about it, I be writing for my Scorpios because everybody loves to hate us. Like, we're the two most hated zodiac signs, but everybody loves to hate
Yeah.
us. And I'm like, I've always just thought of Gabrielle as this like classy, attitudey girl, but we love it. Like, classy woman, like, she has an air of mystery about her. Finding out that her husband was on here talking about yeah, I tried to like break up with her and she wouldn't leave, hit me deep in my chest right here, deep in my chest. I was like, please, I don't want to know more. Like, I could cry thinking about it because that's so, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. You can play the fool all you want. It is your life to live, but certain things really need to be kept to the chest. It really need to be kept to the chest. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know
Yeah.
that. I don't want that to be said. I feel like that shouldn't be shared because, granted, I feel like when Dwayne said it, he was probably, trying to insinuate like she just stuck with him. And, stuck it through and they got through like a tough hurdle. But
Right.
all my brain heard was he ain't want that girl, and she was just like, "But you ain't gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave those. So what you gonna do?" And I'm just like, Gabrielle,
That's
what was going on? Like,
that's
I wish I knew
crazy.
less. I wish I knew less. Because at one point I was just like, oh my God, they're such a cute couple. And now I'm just like, I don't want to hear not one single thing about them ever again. Like, please. Because every time now that I hear something, it is not cute. It's not cute. A couple months ago was about them splitting the bills 50-50 because he said, like, this my house. Like, I'm just like, please stop telling us what's
And we
happening.
talked about that. It was like, oh my gosh.
Stop
Why
telling
do
me
we
what's
know this?
happening. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. That's embarrassing. It's
It
so
is.
embarrassing. And like,
So I think it's just everybody now is affected by social media, and
and
it is changing our culture.
you
Culture
know
from
what?
keeping things discreet to yourself to you can tell all your business. You can tell, you know, that I try to leave my woman and she begged me to stay. You can talk about your
Oh
first
my
sexual
God.
experiences as a teenager and that you end up having to get an abortion. It's just like a lot. Didn't nobody need what? Like,
It's like I understand the
I don't
need to be
understand.
relatable because sometimes you hear things and it's like, oh, well, that's relatable. But I still want my celebrities to
But
have
that
an
stuff
air of
is super
mystery.
private. That
It's
is too much.
it's a lot. I
You know,
agree.
it went with the Smiths. It went from like, you know, we don't have a perfect marriage. That's relatable, but that's not even telling too much of your business. You could say we don't have the perfect marriage and say exactly why, because I done stepped up on him 3 times. He done stepped up on me 3 times. No, would you say we don't have a perfect marriage? But them getting into specifics, the Smiths, it's just, especially
It's
when
it's too much.
what we're finding out is toxic behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that to yourself.
It's
Don't
like it
nobody
makes them
need to know that.
human. It makes them human, and I love the aspects of just being raw and authentic and human. But I
Mhm.
also feel like there is such a thing as privacy. Like I feel like your
Mhm.
private life should be private. Like we don't have to be privy to all your dirt. Like
Yeah, but I don't think this is necessarily devil's advocate. This is just me asking a question I think that is appropriate to next be asked is, are there any consequences? I don't, as much as we cringe about it, I don't think it's going to stop, because the only way it would stop is if we didn't support them anymore.
and
I don't
people
see
are
that
always going to
happening
be
either.
nosy. Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
And
I
I'm
don't see
people.
it
I'm not gonna lie.
ending. Huh?
I said people are gonna be nosy, and I can't even lie. I'm people. Like as much as I'm like, take me out the
But I
group
think
chat,
that's
I'll
bad
look at
for us
stuff.
as a society because we're just a race to the bottom. We have no decorum.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
And I think
Like,
people are going to think that it's okay to talk about private things in public on a micro level and a macro level. And they're going to people be like us, like, no, stop doing that. But you know, if the society does it whole, it's just that art of discretion is going to be lost. It's going to be a thing of the past,
people, I would
which
say people
is
love
depressing.
dirt and people love escapism. Like they like to
Mm-hmm.
escape from their own lives, their own mess. Like what's a better
Ooh.
escape than escaping into somebody else's mess and deep diving into somebody else's mess and not thinking about your own. And I think
Yeah.
that's all it is. It's like when these celebrities come out and they tell us their business and it's, whatever, it takes away from what's going on with you. It takes away from like, I can't pay my rent this month. It takes away, even for
Mm-hmm.
like a I'm not talking about being able
Yeah,
to pay
like
my
if
rent,
you're just sad
but
about
like a few
something,
moments. Yeah.
you can
It
go
takes
down your
away from that.
timeline and oh, my life ain't the only life that sucks.
Yeah. Like, ooh, this
Someone
sucks
else's life sucks
worse
too.
than mine.
Different way.
Hmm.
But it sucks. Yeah.
And it's almost like that misery loves company type of like situation. Like people revel in
Mm-hmm.
the dirt. They revel in the mess. They love to kind of hear this crazy stuff for conversation. I mean, we are kind of doing that right now. We're having conversation about it because we see it and we kind of get in the dirt with it in terms of like what we think and what, and just the conversations that we have with it. But at the same time, like sometimes I had to pull back and be like, yeah, no, I feel like I know way too much. I don't think I should know so much about people that I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't know so much about people that I don't know. And I miss my
We're
old
just
school
in a
celebrities.
sharing age. You know, people do vlogs now just about their everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
People are getting paid just to kind of tell their everyday life story. So there's just no privacy.
Yeah.
Nothing can be done normally anymore, just in private. Everything got to be told. And it's entertainment because I am becoming a vlog girl. I like to look at vlogs. In the last like 2 or 3 months, not really big into it before, but the reason I learned that they bring entertainment, and when anything entertaining is valuable. So it's just
true.
Like, yeah,
It's
it
true.
can be educational value, entertainment value. They're still considered valuable, just depending
That's
on what your person's looking for. But I really wish they would take us off the group chat.
I
just
really wish
don't think
that
it's
too.
gonna happen, girl.
Well, at
We're
least
gonna have
with
to get
certain
used to it.
things, like you mentioned, I don't mind just kind of hearing like, oh, we don't have a perfect marriage. Like things have happened in the
Yeah.
past. I just don't like when things are happening in the current, and I'm finding out about it in the current, and I'm just like cringe. Or certain things, Gabrielle and Dwayne, like that happened in y'all past, and y'all talking about it. Please stop. Please, I am imploring you to stop. Like that one really hurt my heart. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It really hurt my heart because, like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, what's happening?
The thing
what
is,
you
though,
mean you begged that
she
man?
didn't say that. He did. He put her out there. So.
I know.
They do this weird thing where they like to put their other person on blast, which is,
and I don't like it.
I am the opposite. I feel like we protect each other. It's a little bit more. Well, that's how Will and Jada used to be. They ain't like that no more. But they used to protect each other. Like Will and Jada would be like, "That's my person. Don't be talking about her. That's my person. Don't be talking about him." I wish Gabrielle.
I wish Dwayne.
What's her name? Dwayne would do that as well. But they have this weird thing where they be talking. They be telling each other's like kind of embarrassing stuff, and it's just like, why would you do that to your own person?
Like it's low key giving hate, but that's the story for
yeah, like
day, okay?
like you mad at
Story
them.
for
So I'm not gonna tell a little bit of your business because people think too highly of you. So I'm gonna knock that down real quick. That's anyway. So yeah, I don't know how we get. I don't think we're gonna get out of it.
But I don't think so.
I do think it's good that we go on the record and say we're
Take
tired.
Us out.
Like
stop.
Take us out of the group chat, please. It's not cute. We're on record of saying that. So if something ever do happen, I'm like, oh, yep.
I said it. I asked y'all to do this. Like, stop doing this right now.
But again, if there are no consequences, it's gonna keep going. And I don't see anybody having any consequences since it's happened.
No.
Do we roll our eyes as a society? Yes, but do we still tune in?
Yeah.
Yes, too.
I'm about to go check out a meme right now.
I don't think like you and I specifically do, but as a culture, we do.
Yeah, as a culture. And I mean, I would say I don't. Yeah, and I don't necessarily seek things out, but if it lands in my lap, I'm exploring the information. Like I am. I'm like looking at it, like what's being said. But as soon as it gets cringy, I'm like, this is time for me to make my exit. Like this is too much. This is a lot. I shouldn't know this. But yeah, guys, we just wanted to just talk about that. Like we don't even have any questions on this one. I want us all to be like, take us out the group chat and hope that they take us out the group chat. But some of y'all probably going to disagree because y'all like mess, okay? But let us know how you guys feel on our Instagram and TikTok, Honestly Friends Pod. And then on YouTube, it's Honestly Friends Podcast. Hit us up. Let us know. Later, friends.
Later.